Tafayin Tes. Hashem Shel HaRucha. Now, so we know what Rucha we're talking about. We've been talking about the Rucha, the Shali, Begavah. This is the Bia Rishona. And apparently there are different versions of the names that's called by. Or let's see. So he says, the Bivra Harav Yesh the Chayra, Stira Be'ina the Shemu Shel HaRucha. Now, there's a little number, hey, down at the bottom. Let me see how I'm doing this. Just a second. Hey, down at the bottom. He says, "Ugavar Metzida b'Sefer Zimra Sa'aretz Shekazov Atach Reis the Das." I'm not sure where this goes. Al Achaz Kama B'Kama Mini Shemus. There's all different kinds of names. V'Kavanas La'asiyas Kliyah Yisod in terms of making the Kliyah Yisod. That's actually maybe in our power. I mean, what to say in making the Kliyah Yisod. Lo Roy Zeh Kol Roy Zeh. Ve'en Eitanu Yodea V'Shikavon Hashem Yarin Neda B'Sorasa. So we really, there's so many of them. Hashem should help us to figure this out. So let's see what he says. He says, and try to understand these. He says, Shemakom Echad Mavur. One place explains like this. Shahamrucha hanitenet be'ima him shlosha shem b'savaya da'av. Now this is he's saying this is a place that says a fact. He says the rucha that's inside of ima is 3 havayas da'av. Ha'olam b'gematria rayo. Now here's another place where I'm always looking for further elucidation on the concept of rayo. Rayo is a gematria of gevura, but it's made out of 3 avs, which are all right side, which are all chesedic. So how does that work? You take three chesadim and you put it in chesed. It's also gematria 72. So you put that together and you wind up with gevura. Okay, that's a fact. V'hu nikra rayo ha'elyon. That's called the upper rayo. So that's inside of ima. V'la'achem mekan nechlechas kol chavavaya da'av l'shtei shemus havayas. And then after that, let me see. So he said there was 3 of them of Abba made them were Rayo. They get divided into 2 Lushtei Shemus Havayim, 1 of Ben. So you take each one of I'm counting it's 6. I don't know what we got. And then you count it to Shekain Havaya the Av He B'Milu Yud. So that's a Havaya the Av who's a Milu Yud. Nachlach HaYud. Then he says you could do this, which I'm not sure I got it. He said you could take the Yud, the Shtaim, split it, Shehem Beis Hain. Is that right? I'm not sure exactly how we got that. I can see how you split the the Yud, and it makes 2 hays, but he just said that. So what are 2 hays? Vehem Shtei Chavayas the Ben should be Milui Hay. So he says that's how you could look at it. I don't really picture it in my mind, well, how you could take a yud and make it into 2 hays. But he says that's what it is. Or you take a yud, or maybe that's, I'm thinking of it wrong. It's not the tzur of the yud. It's the fact that it's a yud, which is a 10, and you split it, it makes 2 5s. So then he says the milui hey. So then that changes the whole thing to a milui of hey. The vaya achas the zav, vaya achas the nuk. Nimsa shaharucha the zah ki shlosha chavayas the ben. So it comes out as 3 chavayas the ben. V'chein the rucha the nuk is going to be 3 chavayas the ben agreed also. So originally it was 3 avs, 3 avs. That was in the nuk, and then it's going to get split. When it gets split, it's no longer a yud, which is the havayat the yud. It's going to be the havayat the hey because it got split. That's an idea. It's a little bit off the charts. That's what he says. That's one place. So he says that's one place. V'makam acher metzino. There's another place we find this. Shaharucha de ima he shem ben. So now before he says it was the rucha de ima, it was 3 avs. Now he says it's just plain the name ben. V'arucha the zav v'nok heim bebeis havayas the ben. Then it splits into 2 of itself, I guess. 2 havayas the ben. V'ofen noisif matzana. So here's something else. I don't know what this abbreviation means. Do you know what this abbreviation means? Is that a name? Is that a name?
Chartel.
Say that again.
Tal, gate 39.
Beautiful. Perik Yud, I guess.
Yud.
Yeah. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that's Shartal, which we're dealing with. Apparently brings in Shartal a lot over here. Shem Shlosha Shemos of the Shemos Sag. Now this is understandable to me. Let me see if I can figure it out. V'ofen Nosef Mitzano, he said in Shartal, Perik Yud, Shehem Shlosha Shemos Av. That in fact the Rucha is three Avs, the Shemos, and then he says the Shemos Sag Ma'u Ben. Now, that's a stira, so I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. He says the three names of Av, and does he mean, is this a misprint, or should I say that inside of the Avs, each one of them has an Asma? I don't know. What does he say? Shehem Shlosha Shemos Av, the Shemos Sag Ma'u Ben. So, Av, okay. V'la'achem mekan kosav shehem Av Kedem. Now, Av Kedem is actually three Avs, because Kedem is half of Av. Excuse me, Av is whatever it is. It's split it makes three Avs. So he said, but this is like this. He says the way you calculate it is like this. It's very interesting. It's a ryo also, but it's just interesting. And then you say the rivua the shem via the ben ha'ola kedem. So this gives you back to hola ryo, which is the same thing as three avs or other thing. This is another way of adding it up. Now, really, I don't know how to use it. I say he's just saying this is the name. It's either av, three avs, or it could be av kedem. Hola Ryo. V'hu nikro Ryo atachton. This is called the lower Ryo. But Sarachin the Yashiv calls this, so you really have to look into this to try to figure it out. Let's go on to the next one. The next one is going to be the Yafashah. So the Yafashah, he writes like this. He's because of the Yashiv of the Inyan the Rucha de Ima. So in order to settle or to understand the Rucha de Ima, the Harucha Bechlalos. This he says this is the fact. The Rucha de Klalos he Shem Ben. Rucha is Ben. Why would it be Ben? I would have thought that it would be Ma, if anything. So he says no, it's Ben. Pratos he Shalosha Shemos Ava Olam Ryo. And if you look at it, what does he mean? Press on it, take your microscope, look inside of it. You'll see that there are three Avs in there, which get to the Matratri once again of our friend Ryo. The Svas Emes V'Mansker Shalom, Sham Kosvach of the Bayer Overnacher, he wants to write it in a different way. Now, all of that is a little bit vague. I mean, just, to say that you have a ben and then you could divide it up and it turns out to be three avs. How did he get there? How did he do that? So, at any rate, he did. Sham Shem Kosvach the Bayer Overnacher. The Yeshnam Shtei Bechinos Shonos Barucha. There are two different aspects of the Rucha. Ha'achas Hiba Bechinos Rucha Atzma. One is the Ruach itself, and that what is the Ruach itself? And here's another person who says the idea. V'hi Shem Ben, and it's actually Ben. What is that Ruach? The Ruach itself. That's that. What's the second thing? V'hashenis Hiba Bechinos Hakli Shal the Rucha. If there's a kli that holds the Rucha. And that's what holds this rucha. So you have the idea, you have a kli, there's something inside of it, which is the rucha. The kli is made out of three avs. We have different ways of spelling av or getting the gematria av. At any rate, it's three avs, which get to the gematria of ryo. So here we see that ryo is a kli. It's used as a kli. This is the Gevura, which has inside of it this Ben, which is also from the left side. It's just mind-boggling how it works. We'll try to find out. He says like this, the Harucha Atzva Hishem Ben. Here's another statement for that the Rucha that's inside of the Nook is the name Ben. V'chakli shacharucha hu harayo, and the kli is the raya. So same idea again, very similar. Hatachton shehi av kedem, which is in this case av kedem, not three avs, but av kedem. Now, and so therefore the first av is a revua of a vaya pashut. So a revua is already a concept of gevura, and then he says kedem, which is he gets it from the revua of ben. So that looking into it more, then you understand that this is not just three three avs. This is actually av and kedem together, like trying to look down inside of it. There's a little number vav. I don't know for what it has in it. Let's see what it says over here. V'hosiv odi adds furthermore onto this. The pamayim that sometimes sherafilu harucha atzmo shehu shem ben. Now we're starting to get to an idea that the rucha is a shem ben. Like I said, he said, what is ben? So ben is female, is the malchus dika quality. Nikra b'shem kli klape b'chidas man. So it's the man is what's inside of it. Ben. So now we see, which is a lashon for malchus, is actually the ultimate kli. So ben nikra b'shem kli klape b'chidas man shemehem na'asach vlad. That between the two of them they make the concept of vlad. Now let's go back. We're just finishing this up here. See what our time looks like. And we said, so going back by the letter Vav. So know this, that the Kli of the Rucha, he milvad Kli Yisod Atzma, it is what? Only the Kli of the Yisod itself. This actually asks a question that I was wondering about before, I think. We mentioned that, what the Yadayim, I'm really a little confused still about what the Yadayim, the Ima, but I think it means the Nai of Ima comes in. So he says it makes a Kli of Eshu Os Mem Stuma, which is what? Oh, something different. Dalsos, that we made through the Dalet Vasir out of there, which is number 22. So it's another thing. It wants to say like this: the Mem Stuma is made out of 222s. And we say that each one of those 222s, I don't know, I guess you look inside of it more, it has 22 letters in it. Or something like that, or it develops into 22 letters. I don't know which wind up in the Yisod of the Nook. So he says, Mem Stuma, Hana'asa b'shtei dalsos, Hana'asa mechakaf beis osius kenitzkar. So he says that the dalsos are made out of the 22 letters. Okay, so which came first, the chicken or the egg? So he says the 22 letters make the dalsos, and then when they come into the womb of the nook, the yisod of the nook, then you see them as doors, as doorways. So that was my one question that I had. Is originally it is a set of 22 that makes these doorways. And the doorways inside of the nukva then go together, and they make this mem stuma. Badaim sark lebayra masha nizka shem gimel shem b'savaya de ben. So also we have to explain that, but gimel shem b'savaya de av. So we have that's hanging around all of that to try to understand it, and we're still working on it. Let's see. So I guess we got to 7:32. Let me see what this looks like on the other side. Okay, so there's some arichas here. So let me stop. And this today is like, I don't know what day today is. This is the 10th. 10th is the day the 10th. What day today? Today is the 9th. Okay, 9. Okay. Let's go there, and let me stop this now.